Makes you look smart, but yeah, all credit to these guys. They're a fantastic team, and I'd expect to see them. They're my favourite for today.
We'll hear from both skippers. First, Pierre Pennec. So, what about the conditions today? It looks to be as though it's going to be good racing conditions. We'll take a look at the weather forecast. And this is what the local Met Office were. See pleasant temperatures, 62 degrees. Geordie Shaver is out on the course, and he can tell us exactly what they're going to be having.
Towards the Coast Guard station, back upwind with the smaller soft sails, up around a gate, going right or left, and then putting the big sails back up, going downwind, up towards Coronado again, and then their last mark number 8, and then they reach with just a small jib and the wing towards the finish.
Come down now towards the start, and it's going to be a good start, and it's Team New Zealand who have a narrow lead from the two French boats, Energy and Aleph. Korea in 4th place as they come down now towards the first mark, and it's going to be a close one. On the inside, Jimmy Spittle, is he going to be able to hold that around the first mark? And the Emirates team lead by a couple of seconds at the first mark.
Yeah, it was a big move by Team New Zealand. It looked like the Oracle had an overlap, so they had right away, but Team New Zealand just shut the door and jibed straight across their bow.
There's a red flag protest from Oracle Racing Spittle. They did have room at the mark. They're asking the umpires to review it right now.
No penalty, say the umpires. They're satisfied that Emirates Team New Zealand did not.
It's hold on to second place. They don't want to get rolled by the French team.
Geordie Shaver, how are you viewing this one? We're on board with the current leaders, Darren Barker's Emirates Team New Zealand. Look how close it is, though, as the others in pursuit. Jimmy Spittle, and then comes Aleph, then comes Energy.
Interesting that I can see every boat out there has gone for the code 0 instead of the Jenica, which is a much smaller sail, much easier to handle, but you know, you're a little bit underpowered, so if there's lighter breeze, then you need that horsepower.
Is that Artemis coming fast on top of picture? Maybe. Towards gate 2 from Jimmy Spittle, then comes Aleph. That's the 1, 2, 3, and around they go. Here is Dean Barker and Emirates Team New Zealand in the lead.
They've taken down their big sails, and they have their small sail and the wing only now as they head upwind or towards the wind in that top gate.
Looking back down, it's close for 4th place between Energy and Artemis. Team Korea jostling there as they come up towards the mark, and Greencom and China team bringing up the rear. There's been a split as Energy team decides to come in this direction. Comes on the...
Hopefully get a shift if you're going to split out as well.
Well, there's been this split. Energy team moving away. The French team on the side closest to us. It's still Team New Zealand. 100 metres behind the leaders.
Okay. You can see Energy's tacked
Still
back.
Emirates Team New Zealand in front.
You can see Energy's now tacked back, and they're on the right side of the course in the bottom of the screen. And I think they've got a bit of a shift by the look of that.
There's been a penalty against Oracle Racing Coots. Not quite sure why that is.
Didn't see it. We'll have to check with the umpires and get back to you on that one.
Presumably took somebody's ground.
And it's a slow and go penalty for those of you watching for the first time. That means they have to slow down into a line.
Stuck it out on the right side quite aggressively, but they've come right back at the front guys here.
We're looking here on the Emirates Team New Zealand, Energy in pursuit. You can see the left boat there as well. Actually imposed, and what the foul was. Let's look again.
Tacking too close. That means they tacked onto a giveaway pack too soon. They didn't have room to do that, and China team was on starboard head right away, and they protested them. And meanwhile,
Terry Hudson, those guys are in phase now on the lift attack. I think the French, the Kiwis, and Artemis are all in. I like where Artemis is right now.
And look at the speed of the Energy team coming right up alongside Emirates Team New Zealand.
they were the right-of-way boat, and Emirates New Zealand had to...
Pictures, and you hear the instructions.
Yeah, absolutely. It was very clear that they wanted to jibe. They didn't want to deploy the code 0 on the new jibe. Keep the speed on, keep it clean. Looks like a lot of breeze out there. They're really pushing the boat quite hard to come into that bottom gate.
right. And we're in. Here's Artemis alongside Team Korea, nothing between them.
Ooh, bad move. It looks like Artemis, who did not have inside overlap, might have fouled. We'll see if there's a red light on the back.
It's so close out there, though, you know, that anything can happen when the boats are this close together in a fleet race.
Doesn't look like there's a penalty flag being raised.
Only 6 seconds between Energy, Artemis and Emirates Team New Zealand. Oracle Racing Spittle in front now. Team Korea into second.
Artemis has got a big problem there. They've got a wrap in their jib, which means the jib has gone right around the forestay, and the batten that's in the top. Hey,
let's watch on board. What's happened here, Mitch? Is this some sort of human error up there, or is this just a quirk of fate?
no, it is unfortunately a human error. I mean, they let the jib go too far before they jibed, and when it jibes, it goes on the wrong side of the forestay.
Leading the way in front. Energy Team in pursuit with Emirates Team New Zealand and Team Korea.
Look how close Korea is now, chomping at the heels.
That's the voice of Chris Draper, the Korea skipper, you can hear. He's getting some good wind.
A lifting gust means that not only are they going to have more pressure, they're able to head higher.
Just listen in there.
More information about the breeze, Britain. Left try to height, double hard. And a bit more info about the wind, son. Settling here. Wind up, mate.
Good right-hander in front of us. Gonna get headed here, Chris.
Great speed. Can you interpret what's going on there? Any problems?
Well, they're obviously the bow. The guys are really hiking down hard,
and these are the three behind them. Emirates Team New Zealand and Energy. 4th place. A lot of
runway with no traffic that they have to pass as they had the last run. They could actually make some big inroads into Oracle.
We will see. It's China on the far side there. On board with China and Charlie Ogletree.
2, 1, attacking now.
Again, they have these boundaries. They can go all the way to the edge, but sometimes it's been...
Or a Jenica, and they elected the code 0, and in the light breeze it's not so great.
What's the difference between the two, Mitch?
Well, the Jenica is actually a much bigger sail and designed for light breeze, and the code 0, it's easier to handle because it's a much smaller sail, but once the breeze lightens off, the horsepower just disappears.
Artemis more than 900 metres now behind the leader, who in
If I were even with a smaller sail, Mitch.
Yeah, but it's right at that crossover stage, so in the gust, that'll favour New Zealand. In the lull,
Oracle Racing Coops right at the back of the field. Geordie Shaver.
It's great sailing, guys. As Mitch keeps mentioning, and I mentioned earlier, that big sail Korea has compared to the zeros of the smaller boats. It's helping Korea sail lower, but the Kiwis in the breeze are trying to get up on the hip. We'll see if it pays off for the Koreans.
Oracle goes through in the lead. Through the gate, onto the 7th leg.
This is going to force Emirates Team New Zealand to go to that left gate, though.
and that's going to cost New Zealand a little bit of time. They're very slow as they turn there, as Korea accelerates a bit quicker.
And usually when they are talking, they're talking to the competitors. And we're going to try to find out if something has changed.
It's okay.
Team New Zealand, we're being told, has moved up into 2nd place now.
Yeah, they've done a good job. That right side is actually where Energy made the gain in the previous upwind. Middle right, or the bottom of the screen, it's pretty close with Korea, but I think, New Zealand's got the right away. A little bit, they can accelerate to 20 knots, so the closing speed's pretty hard to judge sometimes.
See, right on the far side there, the Energy Team, closest to the harbour, still in this one, still battling for 2nd place. You can see only 50 metres behind Emirates Team New Zealand. This is the battle for 2nd place. Jimmy Spittle's Oracle Team still leading the way.
Pressure to come. I can't believe you want to go any further into the right than this.
It's moved the course slightly.
I know, mate. I've seen the marks, yeah? Copy. Just making sure. Yeah. Right here and left.
Energy should have had that Jenica up before they got to the mark, so now they could unfurl, and it's very, very late for them.
That's
and left in pursuit of them. They're coming through in fifth. Just a second.
You can hear them talking about driving.
That's the boundary coming up.
When they turned there, the giveaway boat, he was worried about being able to get in front of them.
Oh, a little bit sloppy on that jibe there. It's going to cost them a few metres too.
Team Barker going further clear in second place.
Look at that while they're getting that sorted.
Energy might be able to move up into third place here. Look at the lead disappearing, and they have. Energy move past Team Korea.
They're going to turn back and hope that helps.
And that's what's gone past them as well, I think. Nightmare for Chris Draper's boat.
Yeah, they're not happy on board. You know, they took probably a bit too much of a risk there, urgent move to try and go back that way.
Pressing too hard.
Well, yeah, you could hear Chris was pushing them to jibe very, very quickly, and obviously they were not completely set up for it, and there's just a small boat handling error. Costs a lot.
They're still trying to sort it out. And that's what's happening in these America's Cup World Series races.
Will be turning to the final leg. And they move up towards the finish and cross the line. Victory for Oracle Racing Spittle. And Team New Zealand coming through in second place, moving down now towards the finishing line, but more than 30 seconds behind. Team Barker's Emirates Team New Zealand takes second place, and Energy are through around that mark in third. It's going to be close as Emirates go through 45 seconds behind. They go through in second place. Oracle Racing Spittle, though, have absolutely dominated. And here comes the battle between the two French boats for third place. Energy on the far side and Left on the near side. There's nothing between them. Who's got the speed? Will it be Energy? Will it be Left? They come down now towards the line and Left. Energy cross, only a second between them. But back in fifth place, that's Team Korea.
Yeah, that was disappointing for the boys there. You know, that far, you know, down the last leg. You know, a real pity that they couldn't hold it together.
Race is on between China team, looking for sixth place. Artemis coming through. Close between them, and Artemis coming fast off that final mark, coming past China team, and they take sixth.
We've never seen that before. Somebody passed, too lured.
You mean